Hey, Gospel Guitarist here with a instructional video on how to set up your neck relief, which is done by the by your truss rod. So I'm basically going to do a little series of videos on the instructions that come with the CruzTools kit, so you can get a visual of what they're talking about. The first thing you want to do is set up your guitar so that the headstock's not resting on the tabletop, because that's going to cause your neck to bend and bow upward, and we don't want that. We want to get an accurate measurement. So the first step is to set your guitar up like that. I have some foam pads underneath it that are making sure my headstock is not touching the table, plus I have it over the edge of the table a little bit. And once you're satisfied with that, take a capo and install it on top of the first fret, not behind the first fret, but right on top of the fret itself. Okay, this is actually fairly simple to do. The second step that you want to do is you want to hold the string down on the final fret, okay, at the end of the fretboard, and then you take your automobile 10,000ths gauge and see how you're doing. For guitars, a good starting point anyway is 10,000. It's going to be according to your, how hard you like to bang your guitar. Are you a real light player? Are you a heavy player, etc.? But for general starting purposes, you would take your gauge and insert it at the 8th fret, right between, you're measuring the distance between the fret, the top of the fret, and the bottom of the string. So your string is making a straight line, and you're going to use this to measure how high that line is over the fretboard. And after a while you can get to feel the, if it's just barely, mine's barely touching the measurement, but it's perfect. I mean, it's not, my gauge isn't sloppy, and I'm not, when you insert it under the string, it should not be lifting your string up. Okay, if you have to lift your string up to get it on there underneath it, then you need to go down to a thinner gauge and see what you're actually at. And you're going to have to put more relief in the neck if you are in that condition. So depending on your measurement, if the string is too close to the fret or even sitting on the fret and you can't even get this thing under here, then you're going to want to take off your truss rod cover, and you're going to want to turn to the left as you're facing the guitar this way. Turn it to the left and put some bow into your guitar neck. Okay, because this string definitely should not be sitting on any frets. And if you tap it, you can hear that it's not sitting right on the fret. Okay, and that's all you do. You just kind of go through a couple of the gauges around the 10, 12, 9,000ths, see where you're at. But the starting point would be 10. And to credit the setup on this brand new Joe Pass, it's absolutely perfect, and plays really well. So that's all there is for setting up the neck relief. That's how you measure it at the 8th fret. Hope that was helpful to you. I'll be releasing the next step in the setup shortly. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share the video.